What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and the United States is recovering pieces of the Chinese spy balloon that they're calling it here. And now they're saying that it could have been able to self destruct. Well, the question is, why didn't it? Yeah, so I'll let you hear about that here. Also, Ukrainian President Zelensky gives us an update as the anniversary of the 1 year mark, which comes on February 24th, is now turning to be pretty much the bloodiest it has ever been, possibly. Yeah, so I'll let you hear from him directly in this video. So let's jump right in here. Thanks for liking and sharing these videos. So I pretty much try to bring you the truth here in every situation here. So let's jump right in. The military is now saying that this balloon that they're now recovering now could have had a potential to self-destruct. That's right. Take a listen here.
U.S. Navy has now found parts of that Chinese spy balloon off the East Coast, and now the Pentagon is revealing how it tracked it across the country. A U.S. Navy team recovering pieces of the balloon off the coast of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We have learned tonight an unmanned underwater vehicle is now examining the wreckage for explosives. U.S. authorities suspect there could have been explosives as a way for the balloon to self-destruct. Here's our Chief Global Affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, again tonight.
Tonight, these new images of the Navy fishing China's deflated spy balloon from the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. They come as we learn fresh details of the Pentagon's efforts to track the airship as it crossed the United States, enlisting the military's famed U-2 spy plane. We have seen firsthand the power of these jets. They can fly higher than 70,000 feet. So high, the pilots must wear pressure suits like astronauts. The U-2s tailed the balloon, photographing it up close until it was shot down off the South Carolina coast. The massive recovery effort now underway. Unmanned underwater vehicles seeking out wreckage from the balloon's huge technology bay, the size of 3 buses. Those vehicles also searching for possible explosives. A senior U.S. official tells me the balloon had a self-destruct capability. As the U.S. collects debris and with it information, China today declaring the airship does not belong to the United States, but to China. The Biden administration making it clear they're not getting it back.
Do you intend to return the debris to China at some point in the future, or under international law, are you able to keep it?
I know of no such intention or plans to return it.
And so let's bring in Martha Raddatz back with us tonight. And Martha, you've learned that in addition to these underwater drones that are now hard at work looking for potential explosives, there are now reinforcements coming?
Reinforcements in a crane. They're bringing in a huge crane. They have now located what they believe is the payload, the most important part of this balloon, on the seafloor. So that crane will go down there, look for it. There will be divers down there, and they hope to bring it up quickly and piece it together.
Yeah, so I find it laughable that China wants the balloon back. The phrase "over my dead body" comes to comes to mind. You guys can let me know your thoughts on that. If they get that back, I would just be utterly I wouldn't even have words for what comes to mind. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, I found this interesting. Maybe the word for that is, you guys take a look at this. China declines a U.S. request for a call between defense chiefs, our defense chief and their defense chiefs, after balloon shoot down. Kind of makes you wonder, what do they have to hide? Yeah. Yeah, China declined a request for just a simple phone call between U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and their Chinese defense minister after Washington brought down the spy balloon. Yeah. Now, let's be realistic. If the same exact situation happened in China, if they found one of our balloons floating over China where everybody could see it, what do you think they would have did? Do you think they would have shot it down? I mean, I can almost wholeheartedly think that almost everybody would say, let me tell me in the comments. Do you think they would have shot it down? I think almost everybody's going to say yes. I don't think that they would have just said, "Oh, it's from the United States. Just let it go. Let it go." The other thing that kind of makes me wonder here is why they're even using these type of things with the satellites that we have now, because honestly we have satellites that can really just take pictures and video pretty much everywhere nowadays. I mean, we know that this type of technology exists, so that's just kind of striking here. And I mean, it does make you kind of think, well, maybe it is for meteorological purposes, but on the other hand, do we give them the benefit of the doubt? you know and the other thing that will come to question here is if they actually find something that has some self-destructive purposes. Would be interesting as well. I also find it interesting that the United States actually shot it down with a missile. Kind of strange to me that they didn't just use, because these fighter jets have actually, guns as well. They could have literally shot it down with one bullet. I find it interesting that they actually shot it down with a missile. They could have used a BB gun to shoot it down, but they actually used an actual missile. I kind of think that was a mistake because that could have actually blown up more things. It could have caused more debris than they wanted. Or if they actually would have used just the gun of the fighter jet, and apparently they had to use a special fighter jet that could even go up that high, and they had to use a special kind of almost like a space type of suit for that type of altitude at almost 70,000 feet for them to use. So yeah, but I think, I don't know, maybe it was just the US kind of using a little bit of a show of force there to say, hey, look at what we could do. Of course, everybody knows the US has these type of jets, and we have missiles and stuff like that. But nonetheless, they did it, and we're recovering it now, and we'll see what we find here. Now, Ukrainian President Zelensky gives us an update as the war in Ukraine is really kind of turning for the worse. Russia has between now 300 to 500,000 new troops moving in for the 1 year anniversary. Here's what Ukrainian President Zelensky gives us a quick update. Take a listen.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky sitting down for an exclusive new interview with Fox News correspondent Trey Yingst. It happened today, and it comes at a critical moment in the Russian invasion. Trey joins us now from the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv, fresh off sitting down with President Zelensky. So, Trey, what did he tell you?
Sandra, good afternoon. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told us that a new Russian offensive is underway as we speak. He discussed a variety of topics from U.S. military support to the possibility of peace talks. When was the last time you tried to call Russian President Vladimir Putin?
Before the full-scale invasion, I don't remember the exact day, but during the previous year, I attempted to make several phone calls to him. Even several days before the full-scale war, I was talking to leaders how it was happening, and I told them that we can't have a conversation.
Would you be willing to speak with him now?
No, I'm not interested. I mean, he's the one who doesn't keep his own word.
What conditions would you need to have a conversation about peace with Russian President Putin?
We could start talking about diplomatic steps with Russia only after they will withdraw their forces from the Ukrainian territory. So let them withdraw, and then we'll start talking.
Yeah, so the problem is President Zelensky doesn't want to start peace negotiations until all Russian troops are pretty much out of Ukraine. But Putin, his terms of surrender, or not surrender, but negotiation, is basically he wants to keep all the territory that they claim was annexed from the basically fake elections that 99% of the world voted on was fake from the United Nations votes. So, yeah. So basically, Russia's not going to surrender, And their peace negotiations are give us thousands of miles of land of Ukraine, and Ukraine's not going to give up their land, and they're not even going to negotiate until all the Russian troops are even out of Ukraine. So this is why peace negotiations aren't going to work, and we're at a massive stalemate. So the war is going to go on for a while, and this is why everybody's saying, or the people that at least think that peace negotiations must happen, they're nowhere even close to having peace negotiations. They're in complete different worlds of this happening. And also, President Zelensky just flew to the United Kingdom appealing for more military support from the United Kingdom. Because remember, it's not just the US giving supplies to Ukraine, it's most of Europe as well, also. So he also went to the United Kingdom here just today saying, hey, we need more supplies from a lot of different countries here as well. He is actually believed to have flown there on the Royal Air Force and to hold an audience with King Charles. Yeah, so we'll see here because remember, the United Kingdom is much, much smaller here than the United States. But nonetheless, is that every country that can help them is helping their cause. And remember that now Russia is going to be invading them again with 300 to 500,000 troops. It's a large number here. So also being reported here is that Russia, this is by Fox News here, Russia has suffered record 1,000 plus troops dead in a 24-hour span. Ukraine describes the daily increase as the highest in the war so far. And this now makes a total of over 133,000 Russian troops. Yeah, so that's a lot. That's a lot. So Russia looks like they're just going to continue sending tens of thousands of troops over and over and over, I guess, until they get their desired outcome or something happens. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. How do you think this war ends, and how much longer do you think this war goes on? Yeah, do you think it could go on another year or more? So I'll keep you up to date here. My goal is to bring you the truth here of what's happening here every day on our YouTube channel, and I show it to you directly here on the screen. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon after you subscribe. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for liking and sharing these videos with anybody that needs to see this here. Here's some videos you can watch next. Here's the new video about the 2023 raise for Social Security of $2,400. Here is some interesting details about President Biden's State of the Union address. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.